everybody, I'm Stu Carter from Atomai TV and Ben10Toys.net. Stand by for a Ben 10 toy review. Yeah, from Ben 10 Omniverse. That's the last of the pre-Ben 10 reboot shows on Cartoon Network. That was the last series that was 30 minutes. Here is Bullfrag. Bullfrag, everybody remembers Bullfrag. This guy came out in March 2013. That's 5 years ago. That's longer than some of you guys have been around in the world. Imagine that. Bullfrag, let's have a look. Okay, here's a look at the package, Ben 10 Omniverse. I bought this in Asia at a Toys R Us in Asia. It says 500 Philippine pesos. That would be about $10. Because this was on sale, even at $10, it's kind of expensive. Bullfrag. It's still a Bandai product. Bandai America produces this, and then it gets distributed by Bandai Asia, and they put a little sticker on here. And then they got an advertisement here for the Omnitrix Shuffle, and we reviewed this years ago. I'm pretty sure I talked about this when it first came out 5 years ago. And then here's the other regular figures in the series. Okay, here's some of the other figures you could have gotten if you were buying these back when these were coming out. First, there's Jury Rig, right? And here's one of my Jury Rig figures. He's a small guy. Next, who is this guy? Is that the guy they called Edel? I forget. But I know Shock Squatch. Shock Squatch, he's so cool. Shock Squatch. He's a pretty cool guy. And then next to him is Feedback, which is odd. I mean, Feedback and Shock Squatch are very similar in powers, don't you think? I don't know. And then Upchuck. Now he seems to be like he's got similar powers to Bullfrag here because he's got stuff coming out of his mouth. And then this would be the newer version, the updated version of Stinkfly, right? Am I right? And then here's the modern Stinkfly in the reboot series. Stinkfly, right? I hope so. And then, is that Water Hazard? Is that Water Hazard? And this is the new guy called Overflow, or do I have it backwards? I always get these two guys confused. Overflow versus Water Hazard. I think this is Water Hazard, right? I think so. Okay. Ben Mummy. I did Ben Mummy. I talked about Ben Mummy a few weeks ago. Ben Mummy, one of the weirder ones. And this is Kickin' Hawk. Kickin' Hawk. I did him a long time ago. Gravitack, same thing. I talked about him years ago. And, of course, Diamond Head, and the new Diamond Head. Yeah, great guys. I know what you're thinking. Why do we need a Bullfrag? Why don't we just have Humongousaur or Four Arms? Look, if you just had Humongousaur or Four Arms, two of the most popular guys of the aliens. By the way, can anybody tell me which characters have appeared the most in Ben 10? I would like to know. Let me know so I don't have to go count myself. And by the way, I've got one of the older bins, the 10-year-old bins here, from the Omniverse series, all right, to show you. But anyway, look, if you just had the Humongousaur or Four Arms, it would be Ben 2, not Ben 10. Ben needs to call up 10 different aliens to get a variety of superpowers to fight a variety of battles. You know, he dials up, he tries to match the alien with the threat, hopefully. Or sometimes the Omnitrix messes up, but he just has to do with whatever comes out. And that's kind of what makes the show interesting. So Bullfrag, let's get him out of the box. Let's talk about his powers. Okay, so here's a close look at Bullfrag. He's from Omniverse, Ben 10 Omniverse. He's the frog-like alien. His planet, his planet people are Incursion. He's got three-fingered hands. Yep, this three-fingered hands and two-toed feet. Now, in the original series, well, in his original appearance, he appeared in this Incursion uniform, sort of a dark uniform. But later on, he adopted that typical Ben 10 and Omniverse style, where basically he kind of Ben's T-shirt and logo becomes part of the uniform when he becomes an alien, right? We see that with all the aliens. So the toy matches the Wikipedia picture I have of him from the series. He's typically also seen with a helmet and a backpack. Well, he's got his old backpack with a tank here, I guess, like giving him oxygen. And you can see also he's got a this is a Bandai toy, right? He's got his serial number on his back, on his lower back. That's typical with toys now. It also says made in China. He's got his serial number 2 times. Here's one and here's another one. That is for quality control. In case they have a problem with the toy, they can try to track down where it was made. Typical articulation for these Bandai toys, all of these small figures, his head will turn, right? His head will turn, and his shoulders and elbows, and that's it. No rotating of the wrists, no rotating the waist. Sure, right here on his hips and then his knees, but not his feet. If you want that nowadays, you've got to buy those larger figures. Also, he comes with a gun, which is nice, and I like this gun because this gun really stays on his arm. See how it has like sort of a lower arm grip thing there, see? That will probably stay on a lot of other toys. Because, you know, you ever have the guns and you put them in his hand and it doesn't point straight, you know, it looks kind of dorky. This is going to stay pointed the way it's supposed to, which is nice, you know. And Bandai always makes these figures just the right amount of grip in the joints. They, you know, now he's got spindly legs and he'll fall over if you try to do like bendy leg photos. And I did some photos and where I have his legs bent and I had to put the sticky stuff on his feet. But I mean, otherwise, though, you know, he holds, the joint holds when you move him. It doesn't like fall down. You know, it doesn't fall flat. Yeah. His powers. He's got, well, like a frog, right? He's got jumping ability. And he has a long, sticky, prehensile tongue. What is prehensile? Prehensile is a limb, or a tongue, a limb, a body part capable of grasping. Like a monkey has a prehensile tail. It can grasp trees, right? Giraffes have a prehensile tongue, right? Also, bullfrog can inflate his chest like a bullfrog to repel enemies. Well, bullfrogs don't do that, but yeah. His weakness, his tongue can get hurt if it's stretched too far. I can see that happening. He appeared 10 times in Omniverse. And he also apparently was the major player, the major character in the Ben 10 Omniverse 2 game. First appearance, The Frogs of War Part 2, March 16, 2013. So that's a long time ago. It's 5 years. It brings to mind who appeared the most in Ben 10. Can you tell me? You let me know if you know. Let's look at him next to some of the other guys. So here's Bullfrog next to my Ben 10 Omniverse Bandai figure for Little Ben from Omniverse with his skateboard, his hoverboard. They're in good scale together. They look great together. Yeah, it's nice. Now, from the Playmates Toys versions, like here's Hex. Hex is much larger, but I think Hex is a larger character in the show too, right? In fact, he's kind of a giant sometimes, right? And then here's Dr. Anemo. He's kind of, yeah. I think you can see that the Playmates toys in scale were made a little bit larger. Who is this? I forget now. You help me out. And yeah, Steve Smythe. The Playmates toys seem to be a little heftier in size. Also, well here, see, well now, see they made Ben much larger. See, this is the young Ben. Well, actually, this 10-year-old, this is 16-year-old Ben, isn't it? Is it? And this is 10-year-old Ben. From this is the Bandai Ben. This is the Playmates Toys Ben. You strike me out if you don't think I'm right. You let me know. You guys never hesitate to anyway. What else did I show them with? Well, I mean, like I've got. This is the, you know, yeah, Cannonball. I mean, yeah, the Playmates toys just got a lot bigger, which is nice. Now let's check out Bullfrog on his home planet. enjoyed that. Oh, I hope you enjoyed that. If you do, even if you don't like it, hit that subscribe button and use the notify bell. Tell me in the comments, be honest, and I will give you a shout out. I'm behind. I don't have a list of shout outs for today, so I'll catch up next time. We're going to do some Beyblade reports soon for these new Beyblades from Japan. So until next time, have a great day.